link out to everybody here in a minute. Hopefully that worked. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. That worked. Good morning. No echo. If there is an echo, I need somebody to tell me immediately. I think we're good. Oh, and that's kind of dark. Trying to get my light in good places here. Okay. Hello. Any echo? Ellen got a notification. I had to take it off of kids. When you say your video is for kids, like I think this video is for kids, but apparently YouTube does not want this video to be for kids. If you don't have sound, Denise, it's got to be somewhere. Somebody told me how to turn up your volume on YouTube. There's like a little microphone somewhere. But there is sound, right? You guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Me, because she's, yeah, Rebecca can hear me. Okay, good. We're good. Let's just do this. Everything fell right at the beginning of this. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 8 a.m. Do you know where your children are? I'm right here. Anyway, this is Lindsay. Hey, coming to you live from Northern California. It's kind of weird being on YouTube. Like, I feel like everybody and their sister could be here. But on Facebook, it was just us. So I have to get over that little hump there. Anyway, I'm the creator of Cuteness, and this is my website where you can find everything. I'm also going to get more professional. I'm going to try to do something a little more professional than this. But anyway, this is where you can find my books, my collage elements, my classes, what you're going to change, and I don't know what else. But everything is there on the website. And it's so cool because over here, let's see, down here on YouTube is where you can find everything else. There's a description box with all kinds of links in it, and it's just super duper cool. I don't know, I just freaking love YouTube. So before we start our card today, which is going to be really fun, and we're going to do it quick because I have a karate date with my grandson, I want to talk to you guys about something that I have been thinking about doing for the longest time. So when I was at my friend Paula's house the other day, she has a bookshelf, right? I mean, who doesn't have a bookshelf? But I've been getting rid of most of my older books, and I've just kept a few. But I looked at her bookshelf, and I kept thinking about those. She's kept every scrapbooking, every rubber stamping, she has a billion and a half books. So last time she and I were together, Paula, thank you, she said her favorite thing that we ever did when I had my store was book club. So let me tell you what book club was, and then I'm trying to figure out how to do it now. So when we had the store, people would have to pay $35 a month. There's not going to be a fee like that. There will be a fee, but not that much, like $5 or $10. And you paid the fee, and you got a new book every month from Pinecone Press. And in that kit with the book, you got scrapbooking papers, stickers, ribbons, and everything to create a page from the book. So because we're online, I don't want to have to send out a kit to everybody. So here's what I've come up with for book club. I don't know when it's going to start. Not right today. Might start in like October, November, somewhere in there. But here's the plan. We're going to be making some books. We're going to be learning from books. We're going to be sharing new creative books with each other. We're going to be getting inspiration from books or a magazine. It might come from a magazine. And it could involve creating with book pages. So it's going to be everything around books without really having to read the book. Okay, does that make? It's going to be kind of like Journal Play Day. You won't get artwork from me necessarily before the class, but what's going to happen is in the class, I'll create artwork and then I can upload it and share it with you after the class. How does that sound? Does that make sense? So that is book club. And I just wanted to share a few of my favorite books. This is one that I just bought yesterday, and it's painting watercolor flowers, and it's something I have been wanting to do more of. I've done this before. I do love this. So, you know, we'll take this book and we'll find a page like this and we'll make something from the book, right? So there's that. She gives you lots of watercolor tips. And this is by Marie Bowden, Boudon. My very favorite book ever. Well, I have several. This was called Modern Mark Making by Lisa Engelbrecht. She passed away. Super sad. But I do love her work. And so we will be diving into this Lisa Engelbrecht style of lettering. Oh man, she was so talented. What a sad thing. And some of the books you may not be able to buy. Like this book you might be able to buy on, what do you call it? On, I don't know, thrift book. This is an L that she made for me. This was some of my practice. I loved her work. I just loved it. And somewhere I have my name written by her. I thought it was in the book, but it's not. Anyway, so if you're looking for this book currently, you can probably find it on Thrift Book, Lisa Engelbrecht. Calligraphy for Kids is a super fun book because it is very simple, simplified for children. And grown-ups. I used to sell more of this book in the Ben Franklin than any other book that we had. Fabulous book for kids. And then these two were some of the books from Pinecone Press. I don't think they make books any longer, but it was really fun to do this. And so we would get like, this is how simple scrapbooking used to be. We would get all this stuff to make this project, and that we would make that project after reading the book. And I would read the book by doing this. Okay, done. And then I'd put it away. So that's why I don't want you guys to have to buy any books. I'll buy the books. Or I may have the books, you know? Like these are really cute. Look at that Sun by Helen Naylor. I used to love Helen Naylor's work. Another favorite book by Ruth Ray is Layered, Tattered, and Stitched. Look at that right there. And we'll pick a project and we'll make it, you know? And whether you watch it live, which it probably won't be live, it'll probably be recorded and just posted for you to... I just love her work. Right? So cool. This was Ruth Ray, or is Ruth Ray. She became a grandma and then kind of fell off the face of the earth. But her work is fabulous. And her name is Ruth Ray, R-A-E. Hi, Stephanie. Of course, there is the paper crafting with Carol Duvall, which we will definitely dive into and do something from it. I don't know what it'll be yet, but how can you go wrong with that? And then this is the book that I just purchased, and I told myself I will never buy another book, and yet I did. So that's where the necessity for this idea of a class came out of. This is a book on making books, by folding papers. And I just watched a video on one of her books, and we will make a simple one. I think it's this one. So in one of the classes, we're going to make some books. Maybe not these really hard ones, but we will be doing something with books. Yeah. So I think it'll be a monthly class again, like Journal Play Day. So, oh, Johanna just bought that book too. I bought it off of Thrift Books. By the way, on Thrift Books, sometimes you can get books that are like $3, but it's a $20 book. Sometimes you get a $20 book that's $27 because it's out of print. That's this one. And I think my books are on Thrift Books too. You can always go look there for Thrift Books, thriftbooks.com. So watch for this. It's coming. It's coming. I don't know. I can't tell you when because I just kind of decided to do it for sure last night. But it's going to be called Book Club. Okay? We're not reading books because I hate reading unless it's a magazine, and then I love reading. I just bought my friend Karen her birthday present yesterday at Barnes & Noble. I bought her 3 magazines, and before I wrapped them up, I looked through them and took pictures and got ideas. Okay. So here we are doing our card today, and let's begin by beginning. So today our prompt is raindrops and Polaroid. And this should be a pretty quickie card, if you ask me. Tomorrow is focus and butterfly. That's going to be super fun. Okay, so let's bring the camera down. So what I did here, oh, thank you. Cindy says no birthdays today. What I did here was I just cut a piece of, I got to get rid of that shadow. I don't know. Hopefully that got rid of it. I cut this to 2 1/4 by almost 2 3/4. So it's going to be a Polaroid, right? So what we want to do to create the Polaroid is, you know how the Polaroid film or Polaroid camera has an opening. This is going to be the trickiest part because I have to use an X-Acto knife, and that is just something I'm not so good with. But we're going to make a Polaroid. So the way I'm doing that is just using a ruler that has little tick marks. So you don't have to tick, 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 tick. You can just trace it and go. So now that's going to be my Polaroid picture. I really got to get rid of that shadow. Is that better? Maybe? So I could stick a scissors in here, which I think is what I'm going to do because I'm a little shaky today and I don't want to stick myself with an X-Acto. So I have a teeny tiny scissors. These on my page? What do you mean? The videos will be listed in the guides section of the creative, I hate that scissors, of the creative hand lettering page. Yes, I could use a square punch, Jennifer, but I didn't have the size I wanted. You can also use a square punch. Jennifer's so smart. Videos, Kathy Hofferth, yes, they will be listed in the Creative Hand Lettering group in the guides section. I've already started posting them. But they'll be here. You can just go to live videos, and whenever I post a live video, you can see it here. And I'm going to start putting the date, so it'll work out really well. I used to watch Carol Duvall all the time. She was my guiding light, Carol Duvall. I wanted to move to Wisconsin because of Carol Duvall. I wanted to live on an island just like her. I think she still does live on that island, but you never know. My frame, I'm going to flip it over. Flipped over. And now what I want to do is I want to take another piece of paper, or I could use, no, hang on, I got to get another piece. Hang on. In this group, you know that I do nothing professionally. I just kind of wing it, and it all works out in the end. Okay, so I have a piece of, hold on. Come over here, Lindsay. A piece of watercolor paper underneath here. I'm going to cut it down just a bit because I just tore it. But it looks like it will fit perfectly here behind this card. Thank you, Nancy. I love the book club idea also. Wasn't it Betsy who sold me Pinecone Press? Didn't Betsy work for Pinecone Press? Nancy, your daughter? I mean, not Nancy, your daughter. Betsy, your daughter. All right, so I want to do, today's prompt is raindrops. So I want to do a girl with raindrops on her head. You know, raindrops keep falling on my head. Camera just right. Very simply. Put a pencil line in first, and then I will go from there. Linda says, Lindsay, what would you suggest watching after you've just watched Ted Lasso? We're watching Suits right now. There are 10 seasons of Suits with Meghan Markle, the most beautiful girl on the planet. If I was into girls, she'd be my girl today. In Suits is more beautiful than the other person in Suits. And I just finished watching Firefly Lane. Did you watch that? Linda. We haven't finished Suits, so don't tell me. But I keep saying every time that Mike is not going to be with Rebecca. Is that her name, Rebecca? Honey. Anyway, I keep saying, oh, she's marrying a prince. She's marrying a prince. That's why she can't be on the show anymore. Put it in here so I can make her face a little thinner. Paula, she has way more books than me, so when we do a club, I'm going to have to go to her house and borrow some books. There aren't a lot of books being written anymore, but if anybody has a book that is a fun, crafty type book that you want to play in during book club when you join, then let me know and I will hunt it down and either purchase it or, I mean, I don't want to buy a lot of books, but I can find it, or I can ask you to mail it to me, mail it back with a present or a prize or something, you know. I think that could work really fun. In the raindrops because I want to make them crystal lacquered. Striped shirt. Just go off the edge a little bit with stuff like this so that it looks like it's kind of floating. Really crooked on that. I like her. Lynn says, I have shelves full of art and lettering books. I'll be right over. Let me see how long did it take me to get to Phoenix. Oh, Vicky, we're still watching Grey's Anatomy. We've been watching that for 3 years. We haven't got past season 10, maybe. And I am watching, oh, you guys might like this. I'm watching a sweet young girl, I can't remember her name, in a show called The Good Karma Hospital that I think Sheena told me about. I want to see. And I finally got to it. It's really good. The Good Karma Hospital, filmed in Sri Lanka. again with 100 beautiful people, and the colors are so inspiring. I really, really like it. Okay, so let's see. She's going to go behind our Polaroid frame. So cute. Let's erase this pencil line. Where were you 1 second ago? Because we were just saying that we're all watching Suits. Carmen just suggested I go to the library and check out some books. Well, that's a brilliant idea. Ahead. Whoops. Too dark. Scrap of watercolor paper. So if you want to know what I'm playing with at this moment, it's watercolor paper, I think. Here's on my brush. Me on the big screen. I did that last night. I watched one back because somebody said that they were still getting the echo, and I'm not. So I hope there's no echo for you guys. Raindrops falling on my head. Baby Atlas, he is taking well to his cancer treatment. Oh, they also found some spots on his lungs and are attacking the cancer on his liver. Oh, sweet baby. Love that, Atlas. No echoes. It's fabulous. Now if I can just figure out how to do a live private video. Almost complete. I mean, it's never complete, right? Flower. Some days I just have to draw girls, you know, for a while. And I feel it. Like I just draw girls sometimes. Brush, Carmen. Make me buy a brush. A water brush. During whatchamacallit? Pioneer Days. No. Prime Days. My Prime stuff yesterday that I ordered. Atticus got a new car due, so we get to take him everywhere. Lori there. I'm sorry, Lori. Sometimes when I go fast and my hand enters the picture, I've got to learn to slow down. Because somebody told me it's a pixelated thing. But when I go slow, it should be okay. If that's what you're getting. Gary's hubby Bob is still suffering from his 4th of July fireworks injuries. He wasn't doing the fireworks, by the way. It came from a neighbor's house. It's awful. Poor guy. In and out. You guys, when I watched the video back yesterday, there were no issues. So that has to be probably, I'm not going to say for sure, but I'm going to say probably it's on your end. Probably. quality here is 100% better than it was on Facebook after watching a bunch of the live videos that I recorded. All right, so, oh, she's going to be so cute. Add some glue here. Become a Polaroid. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Let's come. And now she's going to get glued to the card. And I may outline this, I'm not sure. No, I think it shows enough to look like a Polaroid. I don't think it needs outlining. I do think I want gray, however, let me find my gray. Just going to put a highlight line over here and a highlight line over here. The cutest thing for the girls coming to the retreat this morning. I finally got a really good night's sleep, and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning because it's so hot here during the day. I'm thinking, I woke up and it was like poof, an epiphany of ideas. And so this big retreat that I got asked to do next year, I came up with the idea for that. So now that's done. I started doing more things for the retreat this week, next week. All right, I'm using something I've never used before, a glaze pen. Does anybody know about those? You draw with them and then it becomes like thermography. And I have a black and I have a white. So the white might be our raindrops. I don't know. When you get these pens, if you feel like they're not working, it's because they have a little ball of wax on the end of them that you have to peel off. I try to save that little ball of wax to put back on my pen. It keeps it from drying out. Ew. This is juicy. I love it. My new favorite pen. Of goodies from my friend at Sakura, and this was in there. He's so kind to me, except he's retiring, and then I don't know anybody at Sakura. Itself any nicer, right? Rack. Here with everything with this because it kind of fills in. Raindrops keep falling. Oh, it is. Oh, can you see that? Whoa. Gonna take to dry. That could be the only big issue here. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. But changed my mind because I can't stop singing this song. As soon as I heard raindrops, this is the song that came into my brain. And so I had to do it. I think there's other colors, but I think I'm going to like the black. Whoops, where'd my little... So this little thingy goes back on here. tip. Can you see that? It'll keep it from drying out. At least that's what I've been told. Oh shoot, there it is. I just want to put around the edge here, and it'll be raised because it's like thermography. Super de-duper cool. I don't even think it's white. I think it's just clear. Looks like it's just a clear glaze. It's very cool, you guys. All right. So next, I'm going to take, Jewel says you can also use it to write on photos. And Donna says it's permanent ink. You can watercolor over them when they dry. I use my heat tool to dry them. Donna, thank you. Drying now. I love that clear line there. Wow. That's bitchin'. It's the little things that make me happy. I already smeared it, but, you know, first time out. Still sticky. Sticky wicket. Oh, I want to just take and draw some raindrops in here. Maybe we'll do some up here too, falling on the Polaroid. I love her. I love her. Now I can't stop singing raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Brown paper packages tied up with strings. She's so cute. Oh, it's dry. Look. Can you see that it's raised? Creates a barrier for your pens or your watercolors or whatever you're using so that they don't go outside the lines. Like it would be really hard to go outside the lines with this. That's super fun. Oh, the places we will go with this pen. Actually, you can hear it. Oh man, for what do you call this? For shadowing or highlighting, you can't go wrong because it just butts itself up to the pen. I mean, I've used these before. Don't get me wrong. It's not new to me using it. It's like new to me. It's kind of spiritual. Just kidding. I just feel like I found something really fun that I've never really played with. Carrie, YouTube is working great. How about for you? I am effing loving it. Where it kind of sputtered, I can just add a little detail, a little doodle. Oh, maybe a little white before we go to our crystal lacquer diamond glaze. But I got to get out of here. I know I'm cutting out early, but this card finished up fast, and I need to go see my Atticus. I'm talking to my husband. Something must be wrong. I love this glaze pen. It's going in my basic kit. So there's our card. Now we're going to just take it to the next level. We're going with crystal glaze. I could also use diamond glaze, which I found when I cleaned out my cupboards, or I could use glossy accents, because I know I've told you guys this before, but this stuff that's in this bottle is all made in the same place in China or Japan or Thailand or wherever. And then each company has their own labeling and packaging, and they put it all in their packaging. My favorite one to use, however, is the Nouveau glaze, crystal glaze, because I love the tip. I can get it really tiny. Do is I'm going to try, when I finish this bottle, I'm going to try to pull this off and put the other ones inside it. Ones in here. Let's put it in here. Put it in my book yet because I have just added this to it and it's got to dry, but that's fine with me. And I think I'll put it on the shadow line just because it's really cool. I could sprinkle glitter on this if I wanted to, but I don't think I do. Oh, thank God Carmen's here. Am I right? So carefully, I'm going to pick this up because everywhere I just put that crystal glaze is wet. And it will dry to a hard shell. Oh, I need 2 more little lines I can see. There. Just got my fingers in it. You guys. Sticky wicket. There, so it looks like I didn't mean to get my fingers in it. Carmen's birthday's on the 20th. Did I already share that? We're going to have a Carmen Day on the 20th. I'm just kidding, Carmen. I don't know what we're doing. Do I have any raw glitter in here? I do. Let's see what happens. This is from my old company, Cut It Up. And we used to make our own labels before companies were selling this stuff. And we'd buy glitter. In bottles and sell it at the scrapbooking shows. It was just glitter. It wasn't anything special, but we would mix several colors together and make a cool little mix. Oh, that was loud. Meh, I wished I hadn't done the glitter, but that's okay. It's just very light. It's all right. Now there's glitter everywhere. All right, girls, guess what? We're done for today. So what did we learn today? We learned how to cut a Polaroid picture out of a piece of paper. We learned how to highlight. We learned how to use glaze pens by Sakura. We learned how to use crystal glaze. And we learned how to sprinkle glitter on top of our crystal glaze. And one more thing, we learned about the coming soon book club to YouTube. That's the plan. Oh, Carmen says do pumpkins. Oh, I can't wait to do pumpkins with the glaze pen. All right. So that's it, kids. I'm done for the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Whoops. And tomorrow is focus and butterfly. So I don't know exactly how to do that, but I'll figure it out tonight. You know, at 4 a.m. when I wake up ready to roll. All right, you guys, this will go in the book, which is way over here, falling apart every day. It's falling apart more and more. Oh, it's going to be really cute. In fact, I may even do it like that, but I could add some blue to the background or something. I don't know. All right, you guys, make sure you drink a lot of water today. Have a really good day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more super exciting stuff. Just kidding. I have no idea what we're going to do, but it'll be fun. All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.